we got to talk about the Commanders first. You see, he's dressed and ready, so we already know where we're going with this. Riverboat Ron, as it says, sinking riverboat. So we definitely got to talk about the Commanders, man. They were. First of all, he didn't even know that you guys were about to get possibly being eliminated yesterday. So start off with that, and then Joe, we just got. I just got to get your thoughts on the game. How you feel? What do you think it was the right decision for Wentz to start, or not? Do you think that Heineken should have started the game?
Man, it was a tough Sunday. All right, let me take these off. I don't want y'all to think I'm crying over here. So look, it's crazy because Sunday, this is how mad I was, y'all. So my daughter, I'm taking her back to Maryland, drive from Rhode Island. It's a 6.5 hour drive. I'm watching the game as I'm driving down there. I was so mad. I drove all the way to Maryland, dropped her off, and turned around, drove way back to Rhode Island. I had the energy to do that. That's how mad I was. But look, man, like, listen, all I can say is this. I was wrong about the Commanders. I was so wrong about them. All right. Yeah, sometimes, your fandom getting away, all that stuff. Man, I was so wrong about this squad. Let's start with the first thing I was wrong about. Carson Wentz, man. Listen, Ty, Kevin, y'all all right?
Tom made me laugh. I'm sorry.
Y'all all right?
I'm on mute. This is good.
All right. Y'all all right, Colin? Hey, Kevin, hey, Ty, you all right. You were right. Listen to this, man. First of all, as I go over this Carson Wentz situation, let's play some of his highlights from yesterday as I do that. So we can be reminded of the mess that we saw yesterday. All right. It was ridiculous. So look, first of all, he's mentally weak. I'm not going to say I'm still think last year with the Colts situation, it was a team collapse. But this dude has the same exact situation this year. You just got benched. The quarterback plays bad. You get your opportunity, and you come out looking like this. I'm listening to interviews of him before this game, and they said, how was it? How good was it for you to come out in the 49ers and play that last drive? Oh, it was good for my mental and my confidence. Why are you not confident? Like, if when Andy Dalton was the Cowboys' backup, you think he was lacking confidence when he first started? Nah, he just walked in and did his job. So, and then Dave, I was also wrong, man. You were right, man. When Carson Wentz was playing yesterday, I felt no energy. I didn't feel confident at all in any drive we had that I did with Taylor Heineke. Even though I knew Taylor Heineke would throw me an interception, probably fumble the ball, I knew Taylor Heineke could give me a drive that could spark something up. And then we kind of overhyped the Carson Wentz touchdown drive when it was really Brian Robinson. He made a couple of good throws. I mean, you're a starting quarterback. You should be able to do that. So he messed up. He had the opportunity to rewrite his career, to start off on a new foot, and he messed it up through 3 terrible interceptions yesterday. Stared out. Y'all see Terry McLaurin looking worse, right? And then it's kind of like he went against Denzel Ward, and people might think that Denzel Ward outplayed him, but really it's Carson Wentz. Kind of similar to what Trayvon Diggs did to him earlier this year. No, knock on Trayvon Diggs. But I don't think Trayvon Diggs would strap Terry McLaurin every pass. It's just that it's his quarterback. Yeah, I truly believe that. Terry McLaurin I'm going to get it Terry McLaurin. So he's mentally weak. But as a fan, you can look on the bright side. Tomo, you know about that when it comes to Dak Prescott. All right. But you got to look on the bright side when it comes to your team. And I was doing that, but he's mentally weak. He had to leave off that. So I'm done with Carson Wentz, man. So, yeah, David, you were right, man. I didn't feel confident at all in that whole situation. Ty, Kevin, you're right. Mark, we were wrong. So, Mark, face the music, bro. Carson Wentz not that guy. All right? I hope he's not coming back next year. We're going to cut this dude. He's not coming back next year. I was definitely wrong about Ron Rivera. I was right at the first time, then I was wrong again. Dave, I came on the show. Tom, or you too. But that Monday after we lost the 49ers, I said, I hope he make the right decision about starting to the Heineke. When he picked Carson Wentz, I try to find reasons why Carson was the right person. I don't want to talk about the mascot. That was the icing on the cake. Like, come on now. Like, that was the wrong time to come out with that pig. But anyways, Ron Rivera, yeah, look, y'all ever know somebody or probably been in a situation when somebody had a girlfriend, they was in a relationship, and it was toxic. And then they leave and find another girl that's better. And the moment that girl does one thing wrong, they run back to the old toxic relationship. That's exactly what he did with Carson Wentz. Like literally, the dude showed up. Taylor Heineke, right, played bad against the Giants. I understand, but the Giants are a playoff team, right? I know we say that I know I underestimated for the season, but at the end of the day, they're a playoff team. Then he plays bad, quote unquote, against the number one defense in the NFL, and we bench him. And I'm looking at Carson Wentz first few games when we went 1-5. He played okay against the Jags, threw 2 bad picks. He played okay against the Lions. We were playing from behind. Terrible against Philly. Terrible against Dallas. Terrible against the Bears. Why are we having hope in this dude after that? Come on, Tom. Don't do this to me, man.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna change it.
All right. So, bad decision. All right. So, I called for Ron Rivera's job, man. Before the Bears lost. Before the Bears, I said we lose to the Bears, he got to go. And guess what happened? We got blindsided by the defense. Defense looked good, and I'm like, okay, things are going the right way. Tom was making me feel good, saying Ron Rivera could potentially win Coach of the Year. I'm like, you know what? You making sense. He could win Coach of the Year. You know, I'm getting hyped for my man Ron Rivera. But think about this. It's my opinion. I believe you might disagree that we really have probably, it's arguable, some of the best weapons in the NFC East. I believe that. I look at our receiver core: Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dawson, Curtis Samuels, Cam Sims. That's what that catch he made. Cam Sims, I think he's pretty good. De'Ami Brown. We got Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson. I believe we got one of the best weapons in the NFC East, but yet we have the worst offense. Something ain't adding up. Scott Turner, you gotta go. There's too many head scratching moments, and like against the Giants. It's 4th down. You run up the middle with Curtis Samuels. You got a physical Brian Robinson running back. And then yesterday, on 3rd and 4, you take out Brian Robinson, bring in our 3rd string running back, and then go throw a toss to the 3rd string running back on 4th down. That's so stupid. He got to go. He has to go. So think about this, y'all. Free Terry McLaurin. Don't lead the Commanders, but free him by getting him a quarterback and a legit offensive coordinator. Think about this, y'all. We are the 2nd worst scoring team in NFC. But yeah, we got all these receivers right here. 2nd worst scoring team in NFC. The only team that's worse is the Rams. They ain't got the quarterback or they ain't got Cooper Kupp. Look, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, C.D. Lamb, they all have way more targets than Terry McLaurin. Way more targets. I mean, Devontae and A.J. Brown got more targets than him. Do y'all know Zay Jones and Christian Kirk got more targets than Terry McLaurin? Like, what? And then that's why you look at Terry McLaurin numbers, you might say, like Cat posted in the chat earlier today, Devontae got more yards. I mean, he got more targets. What you expect? Like, he got more targets than him. A.J. Brown got like 40 more targets than Terry McLaurin. That's crazy. CD got like 40 more targets than Terry McLaurin. That's crazy. So I look at him like they got Scott Turner got to go. Now, Jack, DC, he did a good job, I believe. I'm not going to blame the defense against the Browns. We were missing our best safety. I realized when Cam Curl is not back there, we look different. Big plays happen, right? So Cam Curl wasn't our best safety. St. Juice wasn't there, our best cornerback. And then Jonathan Allen got hurt in the 3rd quarter, our best defensive lineman. So I wasn't upset about the defense because our offense couldn't do nothing. So Scott Turner, you got to go. Hey, Tom, I'll finish it for me. Scott Turner.
You're done, son.
Let's get it. He is. Riverboat Ron, you also done.
You're done, son. I got you.
You a good man. I get you. Locker room guy. I mean, we got all this drama in the DC area with Daniel Snyder. I get it. You kept the locker room good. But I'm trying to win some games. I'm sorry. I don't care about that stuff right now. I look at Ron Rivera, right? And Kevin, you were right, man. It's another person that was right. I was wrong completely. Kevin told me at the beginning of the season, Ron Rivera, you know, he hasn't done. What has he done? Listen, Ron Rivera, in his 12 years of coaching, he has 3 winning seasons. 3 seasons with over 7 wins in 12 years of coaching. 3 years with the Commanders, 7 wins. 7 wins, 7 wins. I should have known that before the season started. You know what? We're going to have 7 wins once again. We're going to find a way to get 7 wins. We even got a tie to get the 7 wins. Crazy. So he has to go. Lastly, I was wrong about our division, Tombo. This is crap, man. I had the Eagles finishing first with 11 wins. I had the Commanders finishing second with 10 wins. I had the Cowboys finishing third with 9 wins. And the Giants finishing fourth with 4 wins. Everybody exceeded my expectations for them, except for these bums. They ain't bums. It's a coaching staff and Carson Wentz. That's crazy. And not only that, everybody made it to the dance except us. The door locked. I'm knocking on the door. I got me a ticket. It expired. It was from last year. I'm sorry, Joe. Couldn't get in the dance. Crazy. So we need to draft the QB. Let Taylor Heineke start next year. Get a new coach. Let Taylor Heineke start next year. And develop this whoever rookie we get. All right? Because Heineke, believe it or not, out of all players that played at least 17 games, started 17 games with the Commanders, Taylor Heineke is the only quarterback that has a winning record. So this roll with the dude for at least 1 year, like Tom was said. The last person who had a winning record that played more than 17 games was Brad Johnson in 1999. I was 9 years old, bro. Come on. So Blaze, last person that was right. Blaze was the only person that constantly told me we were done, that we weren't making the playoffs. People were jumping, back and forth. They were high, but Blaze would sit there to the end. You were right, Blaze. So look, for now, the Commanders are done. Now we focusing on lighting the beam. I'm done with these dudes. What's next? Go ahead, Tom or David.
I mean, Dave, you want to go? Because he took all my points, man, with that rant. The only thing I want to say is Adib. That's all, folks.
Hold on. Sorry. Last I got this video. I know David brought it up, but for those who ain't see it, look at this crowd.
To clarify, you said you were talking about quarterback next week. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings,
that's
then
right.
you guys are eliminated.
Well, we'll see.
But would Sam be a consideration, or is it wins first?
Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna, try and predict anything. We'll see what happens.
All right, this dude, man. Sorry, the last thing I don't say. He did an interview today. He was like, I came in there expected to win no matter what was the situation. Okay, you did, but did you prepare your team the best of your ability to get them prepared for that game? Now the team going into that game, in the back of their mind saying like, we can still got a chance next week. Now, if like in human nature, you put a little bit more into your craft when it's more urgent. That's how it is. Like if I tell you you gotta get this done, if you win this game, we can go to playoffs. But we can also win next week, get to the playoffs. You're gonna work hard, but if I told you, Tom or David, we gotta win this game, we out, you're gonna put a little more effort into it. That's just how it is as human beings. So he didn't have the team fully prepared for the game. And you can tell, you can see it. Like every season we come off and start slow. That's coaching. 3 years straight, we started off slow. Not taking training camp seriously. Not taking the all season seriously. Not taking OT, all that stuff. You just coming in, walking the thing, everything's gonna be good. And we gotta wait until the 5th or 6th game every single year to pick up pace. That's coaching. So Riverboat Ron,
You're done, son.
I mean, I don't think I really have much to say either.
So like round of applause, bro. That was
I
beautiful.
think I can really say much either. I mean,
He said it all. He said everything.
he said everything.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
I'll say this though. I have to question the QBR rating that the NFL puts out there. Reason why I say this is because So Wentz, even though he had a better completion percentage, he had a 36.5 QBR, but his quarterback rating was a 31.4. Now Deshaun Watson, even though he didn't play a great game, he threw for 3 touchdowns, no picks, but his QBR was lower than Carson Wentz. I don't understand what they're doing with that QBR system. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's probably because that rush TD Carson had. I don't know.
That's probably it.
Me,
That's
I
probably it.
get it, but
Still, 3 TDs to one.
still doesn't make sense to me. And plus, Deshaun Watson threw for more yards than Carson Wentz. So I don't. Even though he was 50% from complete percentage, I get that, but that still doesn't make sense to me. And Joe, you said it. I was right. There's no reason why you should have had Carson Wentz in the game when Taylor Heineke was the reason why your team was playing so well together. The defense played well and the offense played well when Taylor Heineke was out there. So I questioned from Wentz being out there from the beginning. I was like, okay, I get it. You put him in the last minute in the game, but you still should roll with Taylor Heineke for the last 2 games. He gives you your best chance to win. And for the comment saying that you don't need to draft a quarterback, because this comment right here, if you saw
My man Mike.
Sam Howell in college, you will understand why Joe said draft a quarterback. Sam Howell is not the answer. I would rather have Taylor Heineke out there than Sam Howell. He ain't the answer. And then, I mean, like you said, the defense played well. They held the Browns to 4 of 11 on third down. Defense played well, but the thing is, he didn't give Terry the ball. He only had 5 targets yesterday, and it was 2 catches for 25 yards. Wentz is just not it, man. He not it. Commanders, they had 5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss yesterday. So their defense played well, but it's because the quarterback you had out there. It's pretty much like we said with Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson's out there, even though you have a great defense, you're gonna lose. The same thing with Carson Wentz now. Even if you got a great defense out there, if Carson Wentz out there, you're gonna lose. It's just gonna happen. He ain't good enough. So the only thing is now you got a chance to get some. I guess you can go get Derek Carr. I think he's better than Carson Wentz.
No, we can't.
Or
no better,
you can do whatever you can to try to trade to move up in the draft to get a quarterback. Or I don't know, but Carson Wentz, don't resign him. Don't resign him.
Hey, so because y'all mascot is now Porky the Pig, right? Does this mean now that it's hunting season? Y'all in for rabbits. Hey, Tubby had the best day yesterday, man.
He did, man.
Tubby was out there doing his thing, man. Well, Tuddy, my bad. I called him Tubby. My bad. Hey, Tuddy. Major Tuddy.
It's crazy how that came out right before the game.
It's crazy it came out before the game, and they didn't even score a touchdown for real. Major Tuddy. How you a major at something that the team is not even accomplishing? Like, who came up with that, Joe?
I don't know, man. They
time for the kids. But look, man, I told you like 4 or 5 weeks ago, man, let Heineke do his thing. The fact that Riverboat Ron let the best defense in the league dictate on if Wentz needs to start or not was at that moment, he should have been fired. Like you let this kid who, like I've been saying this whole time, no work in the off season, just shows up and does his thing flat out. One thing I want to add to about the comment, though, I think the comment about Sam Howell was he was saying y'all wasted a draft pick. He's like, don't go draft the quarterback if you want to get Sam Howell because you basically wasted that pick. That's what I think he meant by that.
I get it, but it's not like he was a first round pick.
That's like a Kirk Cousins draft pick.
Yeah, true, but
they
could have got an offensive lineman.
That's true.
I mean, the offensive line wasn't terrible, but I get it.
It actually was kind of bad. He was hurt. We had no depth there.
Yeah, and it comes back to Heineke again. You already had a backup, so a capable backup who's always coming in and winning. Like you said earlier, Joe, in your rant. To me, since he's been starting, he was 5-3-1. And those 3 teams he lost to, those were dog fights. And he tied and still gave you hope to make the playoffs. You all could have beat the Browns with Taylor Heineke. Mm-hmm. Last week you said y'all could win with Wentz or Heineke. I mean, He's on mental IR, like we said, man. I don't know what's up with Wentz and Riverboat. They both just pack their bags and leave, man. But like everyone said in the comments, man, that was real big of you to come on air and say how you were flat out wrong, because you would never see that on any other platform. Like, people are going to deny or die with they're going to die with their takes. So yeah,
you didn't pull a Skip today, so I'm definitely proud of you. Because Skip would have been like, nah, this is why this didn't happen.
Yeah,
no excuses for you. So
yeah,
Mike.
man. Hats off to you, man.
Do y'all realize every team that's fighting in playoff position that won yesterday, they don't have a quarterback issue. Right now, Tua's out. Dolphins lost, quarterback issue. Mike White, he didn't perform well yesterday, quarterback issue. Commanders, like for our scenario, we need the teams to lose. Everybody won except us. Like,
Yeah.
Cause they had good quarterback play, but. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.